Hello Barbie lovers and beyond, and welcome back to my channel. This is Marina the 90s Barbie, and in this channel we do tons of amazing stuff related to Barbie, so don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss out. I am so beyond excited right now. Look at what I have here. Oh my wow. This is such a moment because together with us, finally in my collection, we have the iconic 1995 Barbie Dream House. I mean, who doesn't remember this super iconic dream house, right? I'm certain that this is, if not the most iconic, certainly among the most iconic Barbie houses ever. Us collectors usually like to refer to it as the Victorian Dream House because of its fancy vibes, the tower-like aesthetic. I mean, it is fabulous. It's giving castle, it's giving tower, it's giving pink, it's giving Barbie. I've been wanting to add this dream house to my collection for so long because I mean it's the ultimate 90s Barbie house. And recently I was able to finally obtain it and I'm really happy. Now this house has come out in so many versions. Honestly, there's like I think 3 or 4 color variations, and I am lucky enough to have the purple one, but I always wanted this particular pink version because I think it's the most iconic. It has become like even a miniature. It is such a Barbie, especially 90s Barbie staple, and like I can't even explain just how excited and happy I am that it's here. I mean, just look at how well it fits. As you can see, this house is in pretty good condition. It's in a pretty good shape, which means we will be, of course, trying to restore it as much as possible. However, this is great to start with, so I feel really lucky about it. Now, I know for collectors, especially in the US, this is not such a big deal because you can like thrift this for $5 or $10 like sometimes in thrift stores and flea markets. However, here in Greece and in Europe in general, this is not the case. This house isn't easy to find. So yeah, I do think I was really lucky to find it on an affordable price. It is so nostalgic, so amazing, brings back so many memories of seeing it on the Barbie magazine and seeing photos on it. So beautiful. So I'm going to try my best, do my magic, and try to restore it to perfection or as close to that as possible because it is already, like I said, pretty great. And honestly, the only thing I can notice right now, and I think you'll be seeing it too, is that the tower compartment of it, which is actually one of my favorite parts, is a bit yellowed compared to the actual main part of the house. There is a small color discrepancy and I will try to fix that with the hydrogen peroxide method. However, honestly, even if I can't, like I'm really happy to have it as is. The slight discoloration the whole house might have, which again is very slight, I think only adds to its nostalgic vibe and feel. So yeah, pretty fantastic. Now this is actually one part of the house only because in case you didn't know, this house opens up. So this is the front like balcony and porch area, and of course the fabulous tower. So let me just show you the back and inside of the house real quick. So as you can see, the back is actually much less discolored, which is probably due to it being less exposed to the sun. So let's take a look inside. Okay, so this is the inside of the house, and oh my wow, how beautiful it is. So pink, so girly, so Barbie, so princessy, so fabulous. We have 2 huge floors. This is very spacious. Beautiful details, even like a stained glass window here, which is so beautiful and I think one of the highlights. And yeah, the whole thing is just so pretty. We have a sink that turns into a bathtub. We have a kitchen, obviously. Here we have a little closet. Actually, this is too little for Barbie. Girl, where's your dream closet? And yeah, I think this is supposed to be the main bedroom, closet, bathroom area. And of course here we have the living room or kitchen. Unfortunately, I don't have the original furniture, but I don't really mind because thankfully, I have a pretty big collection of vintage Barbie furniture and I think it's going to look fantastic after we clean it up and everything and have all the furniture there. So this house actually comes with an elevator. However, even though I've tried, I don't think the batteries work anymore. We're gonna check that out too. However, I'm not really sure it's gonna work and I don't really care, to be honest. It's super pretty like this, and honestly, I feel that if we elevate this part right here, it can actually serve like one more room room. You can have like a little closet in there or a clothing rack. So I don't mind it at all. This is just so pretty, so aesthetic, so close to my aesthetic. I mean, just look at it in here. It looks so beautiful, like I said. And I think it's time to start fixing it up. First thing we're gonna do is, of course, clean this baby up, because we all know how much dust these things like to collect. So without any further ado, let's get right to it. So I have a simple cleaner here. This is for windows basically, but it works great for houses and plastic Barbie structures. So this is what we're going to be using. Once this step is done, we're also going to take an extra step and clean the house with antibacterial wipes. I'm going to be using these since it is pre-loved and we don't know where it's been, so it's best to be sure. Let's get started. I'm going to wear my gloves for this, obviously, and we're good to go. So happy to be cleaning this baby up. Just a little tip when you're doing this, just be careful and mindful of any stickers there might be on the house, because we wouldn't want to ruin those, obviously. So just be gentle when swiping them or just skip them altogether. So now that our house had its first cleaning, I will be proceeding with the antibacterial wipes. So I'd say that our house is pretty clean now, squeaky clean actually, and I think it's time we move on to the next phase of this restoration, which is obviously the deyellowing of the tower. Okay, so for the next step, our main event, the deyellowing of all the yellowed, or should I say oranged parts, because it really looks more like oranging than yellowing, so I'm guessing it's a de-oranging. Anyway, you get it. So for the next step, we're going to be covering the tower with our hydrogen peroxide cream. I'm using this one that says volume 40. And then when we're done with that, we're going to be covering it with some clear plastic food membrane, just to make sure the cream doesn't dry overnight. Now, upon further inspection, I also noticed some yellowing on the floor, the porch floor, so I'm going to be covering those parts too, other than the tower. However, before we begin, and I cannot stress this enough, I have to tell you that it's really important to test this first in a small surface maybe something on the back that doesn't show very much, just to make sure there's no bad reaction or nothing bad happens, or that the color stays okay after the treatment. I already did mine. It came out pretty great. And yeah, it's really important to do that before you go ahead and do the whole thing, because even though this method is pretty much proven, you just never know, and it's better to be safe than sorry, you know? It's also important to have the surface that you're working on protected. I've put some paper right here just to be sure that the peroxide doesn't stain like the table I'm working on. So yeah, be also aware of that. So I'll just wear my gloves right here. And I'm ready to begin. I have a little clear container here and this brush, which is for hair dyeing. So I'm going to be laying my peroxide cream here and then just take it from here with the brush. I'm really excited, so let's start. So now I have successfully wrapped all the parts I worked on with the food membrane, and I'm gonna leave it overnight. I'm gonna leave it in front of the window because I wanted to get some sunlight, and I'm very lucky that even though we are in November, days here are very sunny, so this helps a lot. I'm gonna leave it overnight and we're gonna check it tomorrow. And if you're doing this too, I suggest you leave it in front of a lamp if you don't have like sunlight or like a big window that sunlight can come in. If you can, I would suggest that you have it in front of sunlight for at least a few hours. So we're gonna leave it for now and we're going to check tomorrow to see the results. Okay everyone, so it's been a full day now and I think it's time to remove this wrapping and see the results.
Oh my wow.
I don't know how well you can see it through the camera, but honestly, the difference is here. I can see it clearly. It's subtle, but obviously the pink I'm seeing here is much less orangey than yesterday, and I'm really happy about it. Oh my wow, it shined. It looks so beautiful. Okay, so there is some residue left. As you can see, the difference between the tower and the rest of the house is much smaller too. And I'm really happy. I think it's nearly perfect. The flooring of the front porch, it still has some yellowing. However, it is much better than it was yesterday for sure. And I think one more treatment will make it perfect. It's already considerably better. Even that little marker spot has considerably faded. However, this will need a few additional treatments too. One thing I also really love is how the white parts of the windows also lit up and are so much more beautiful and without yellowing at all. This is everything. Unfortunately here we have a missing piece, as you'll see, but it's okay. You know what, I have all the rest of them, so I don't mind it too much. So overall, I'm really pleased, and I think it's time to get my antibacterial wipes and wipe the residue of the hydrogen peroxide off. And then I believe we can finally see some fabulous before and after shots, and also like maybe put some furniture on this baby and see how it looks. Nothing too much because I will be keeping it close, but just add some furniture for now to have some fun and see how it looks. Let's go. Okay, everyone. So that was amazing. I am really happy and very pleased with how this turned out. This is my first time trying the hydrogen peroxide method, and I'm really happy about it. I believe that if the damage was worse, like if the plastic was even more yellowed, the change and the difference would be even greater. But still, this is a very pretty transformation. I love it. It looks so pretty. The pink turned out so beautiful, and I'm really happy. I also loved putting furniture inside this. I hope you enjoyed that. The furniture I used were the Living Pretty furniture from the 80s and 90s, I think, and they were just so pretty indeed. However, I must admit that they were kind of big, like for this house, which is weird, I guess. But still, it was super fun seeing them. I had to put the bed inside the elevator. That doesn't work anyway, so it's fine. I hope you all enjoyed that, and I hope you all found it helpful. So let me know down below in the comments if you'd like to see more playset transformations like this one, because I do have a few more yellowed babies that could actually benefit from this, and I'd love to fix them up together with you. Also, let me know down below in the comments if you're going to be using this method, if you do have playsets that need it, and if you've ever used it, or if you do have any additional tips or tricks for me, because I would definitely like to keep using that, and I am all ears about how this could even work better. Before I go, however, I think it's time we put this fabulous dream house in its rightful place. As you can see, I've emptied some space right here, and this is where it will go. I think that at least for now, this is the ideal place of it. I don't know if it will stay forever right there, but for now, I think this is great. So you will be seeing it in a lot more of my videos moving forward. Are you ready? Let's do this. Oh my wow, I really love it. This will be our new background, this beautiful house right there. I love it. I think it fits so perfectly right there, and I am so happy. My own little corner. Weirdly enough, this house also reminds me of the Charmed house. I don't know if you remember, or I'm just that old. This series with 3 witches. Yeah, this house is giving me those vibes. So, thank you all so much for watching. This was too much fun and I loved it. I hope you liked it and I hope you found it super helpful too. So, if you want to see more photos of this fabulous house, this fabulous girl, and my Barbie life and shenanigans, please don't forget to follow me on my Instagram and on my Dosagram right here. And as always, if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you know every time I upload a new one. Thank you again so much for watching, and until next time, do all the things you love. Dream up, enjoy your dolls, and of course, keep a positive attitude because it really does change everything. Peace.